All right, welcome everybody. It is February 27th, 2024. This is the alberniweather.ca podcast. My name is Chris Alemany. Welcome. It is Tuesday morning, and it's a good day because today we're going to have some active weather, and we're going to look at it right now. So let's look, I think, first at the satellite picture and the radar. And if you're wondering, it is -2 outside right now. We got down to -3.9 at the station overnight. And we should get up to, well, it could be a few, could be just 1 degree, it could be 6 degrees. It's going to depend what time the warm air comes in tonight. So it's calm out. The air quality is good, and we haven't had any rainfall yet. So let's look at the satellite first. So this is on the Alberni weather page, and we'll just open that up in a new window here. There we go. So we can see there's not much coming up in yet. Have a little bit of weather going into Haida Gwaii right now, but the main meat of the system is likely still out in the Pacific and waiting to come on shore. So it might be this band here, but it might not be in the satellite yet. So that's good. Let's go look at the radar. It should be fairly quiet. Just going to bring it up. Takes a little while for it to load sometimes. So we're looking this morning. It is obviously cold, and what we're going to expect to see is some rain coming onto the island and mixing with that cold air and falling as snow. Oh yeah, so you can see there is some moisture out in the Pacific. So it is starting to come on to the island a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So it is starting to come onto the island. So there you go. So that satellite picture, that is this. So it's not super intense. So I wouldn't expect, if we were going to get a whole lot of snow, we would look for this sort of orange area to appear to show high precipitation rates. So we're not seeing that. It's just a band here. But it is some moisture. So and that is coming onto the island right now as we speak. So can see that it's in Tofino and Ucluelet. So why don't we go and look at the webcams? There's the webcam from the roof right now from alberniweather.ca, just above my head. There it is. So you can see the clear sky has moved off there to the east, and we have clouds coming in from the west. So we're definitely going to see some weather here soon. So let's go look at the webcam. Just look at the Ucluelet Junction here. Doesn't look looks frosty, but doesn't look like there's any precipitation. Maybe a little bit. You can see the tracks on the road there. There might be a little bit of slush on the road there, but yeah, it's not super active at least, so that's good. Let's just see if some of the other views might give us a better idea. No. So it looks fairly dry. There might be some precipitation, but not enough to be able to see it on the camera. And it looks dry on Kennedy Hill, Taylor River. Looks cold out there near Sutton Pass. So that all looks okay. And I'm sure that the highways have been salting because it has been cold all night. Okay, so let's look at what we can expect today. I'm just going to go over to the University of Washington here, and they're just starting the morning run. So it goes out to 58 hours. So that'll cover today. So that's good. So let's just look at the precipitation first. And I'm going to, I'll get the one with the full island here. And we'll zoom it in a little. There we go. So we look at this guy. So here it is this morning. So we can see that precipitation coming into the island this morning, 7 to 10 a.m. Period, and moving on to the island in the late morning. So you can see that snow likely is in the mountains there. And then moving fully onto the island by this afternoon. So you can see there's precipitation in Port Alberni, there's precipitation in Courtenay, Campbell River, heavy on the west coast, a little bit on the east side in Duncan. Looks like there's a rain shadow here for Nanaimo and Parksville, so they'll take a while for that to fill in. And then it increases into the evening and into the later evening, 7 to 10 p.m. This is heavy precipitation here on the west coast, and it's actually starting to lighten up on the east side and in Port Alberni. So that's good. This looks mostly like a west coast event for the overnight, and then in the morning on Wednesday, tomorrow, it comes back in over the whole island. This is early Wednesday morning. You can see it, heavier rain, at least in Port Alberni, and moving into the East Island and on the north side. So this is likely to be rain, and I'll look at the other model that'll show you the snow or rain potential. So this will move down the island by 4 o'clock tomorrow, and then start to clear out tomorrow evening. So that's the main part of the system. A little bit of lingering showers into Wednesday night and Thursday morning, but yeah, you can see it's pretty unstable after that. Just some showers here and there over the island through Thursday, Friday. So let's back up and look at the snow and rain potential. So this is what the model believes will fall as snow or fall as rain. Let me give that a little bit more zoom there. Okay, so looking just today and Wednesday. So you can see the gray is rain, green or blues are snow. So you can see this morning it's expecting it to start as snow, even offshore, as it hits that cold air that's come in the past few days. You can see it's starting to snow on the mountains this morning between 10 and 1. Nothing on the East Coast or in Port Alberni up to 1 o'clock this afternoon. And then we get into a little heavier precipitation. So we can see there's snow across pretty much the entire North Island, and a little bit in the South Island, Cowichan, Lake Cowichan, North Cowichan. It's predicting rain in the Alberni Valley. You can see this is gray here, and it's predicting rain in Parksville, Oceanside, but snow towards Courtenay and Campbell River. So there's a bit of a mix in here. It's always difficult for the model to get that correct. So I would expect rain if you're in Port Alberni or in Parksville, but prepare for snow because it could easily change to snow, or start as snow and then change to rain. So as we move into the later evening, it should warm. We should see some warmer air come in, and it will take away all of that potential for snow. And you can see this all changes to rain. So by tonight, late tonight, 10 o'clock, between 7 and 10, this is the picture. So We are seeing just the rain hanging on in the high elevation in the mountains, Mount Arrowsmith, but rain everywhere else. So if we do get snow today, it will only be in the afternoon and early evening. And then the expectation is that it will turn to rain tonight, and continue that rain. And you can see this very dark area, that's heavy rain for the South Island going into Wednesday morning. And further into Wednesday morning, it does switch back to snow on the North Island, so Port McNeill, Port Hardy, those areas, but it looks like Campbell River is still in the rain, Courtney is still in the rain, just Strathcona Park has snow, and Mount Arrowsmith. So and the very highest Beaufort's there. So I would expect by tomorrow we will be in the rain, not in the snow. And yeah, we should just see rain from that. Now, once this system starts to move off, remember it moves down the island Wednesday afternoon. Once that back of that front moves down there, in the behind it, we might see a switch back to snow, lighter snow, as those cold winds sort of fill in behind. So we could see patches of snow afterwards. You can see that here. So you can see there's little patches here and there, but for the most part, it will be very light, and it will probably just be drizzle, or maybe a slight flurry or something like that. So that's on Thursday and into Friday. So potential for some snow here and there. There's pockets. But if you're driving over the hump, over the Sutton Pass, over the Malahat, then maybe you'll see more of these turning into flurries. There was flurries through Cathedral Grove yesterday, sort of that patchy stuff. So that's kind of what we would expect on Thursday and Friday, is that kind of patchy snow falling. So that's Thursday, Friday. But for now, I'll just look back at that for Tuesday. Here's this morning, moving on to the island, the moisture is moving on, and starting as snow on the west coast, moving across the rest of the island this afternoon. We should see, I would say that most likely time for snow in Port Alberni proper will be this afternoon and this evening, and the same for other populated areas as well. And then by that 7 to 10 p.m. Period, it switches to snow. So that is the picture for this little event coming at us. If we look a little further out, it's always good to look at the long range. So this is the 15-day, 16-day forecast. And just looking at this, you can see there's today getting down to -4, and then after that, it looks like we're pretty much above zero for the first half of March, and getting up into 10 degrees, high teens kind of thing. In the first half of March. Maybe a few dips below zero for minimums, it looks like, but for the most part, mostly above zero. So I don't expect a lot of snow there. And if we go down to the snow graph here, you can see this is today, Tuesday, Wednesday. It does expect a little bit on Thursday, Friday. That's that behind the front, sort of that disorganized stuff. So this model is really going hard on that. It's still saying 30 centimeters by this weekend. I don't see it on the model, on the University of Washington model, but this one has been pretty constant on that. So who knows? Maybe one of those little cells underneath or behind the front on Wednesday, Thursday will produce a whole bunch of snow. We'll see. But I think that's not as likely. But There we go. That's the super long range forecast. We don't have any stream flow advisories. Let me just go back here and look if there's any advisories. Nope, nothing for today. And if we look at Environment Canada, I believe they just have a special weather statement. Nope, there's not even that. So no special weather statements, no snowfall warnings. They are looking at 5 centimeters today, tonight, over higher terrain. But you can see here it says rainfall amount 10 to 20 millimeters. And Wednesday rain at times heavy, 15 to 25. Or 40 near Lake Cowichan. So we do expect that this will turn to rain tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens Thursday, Friday. I don't think we're going to see 30 centimeters, that's for sure. Okay, I'll stop it there. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to do this again soon. See you later.